The human brain is the most important organ of our body, and we all fail to understand that the brain also needs exercise, or training and even nutrition, to function at its best. There's a lot of things we do every day that is absolutely harmful to the brain, but we fail to realize that, because these habits seem harmless, but can gradually damage your brain if you do nothing about them. Forming good habits and avoiding the following bad habits will prevent brain damage and keep it healthy and working at its best. Number 1. Overeating. Without being told, you should know that too much of anything is bad. When we overeat, the brain reduces its function. Overeating can lead to brain damage, but how? Overeating causes deposition of cholesterol plaques and thickening of blood vessels of the brain, reducing the amount of blood that is supplied to the brain cells. This can cause serious damage to the normal functioning of the brain. Aside this, too much food can also cause obesity. So please eat as much as your stomach can take and don't overeat. Number 2. Skipping breakfast. The brain needs appropriate nutrients at the right time to function at its best. But due to some kind of lifestyle or job type, most of us end up skipping our breakfast to save time. And this causes low sugar supply and poor nutrient supply to the brain. The brain needs pure glucose to function properly, especially in the morning. Poor nutrient supply to the brain can cause a long-term damage to the brain. Number 3. Smoking is not good for your brain. This is one of the most harmful habits we always do. Smoking causes shrinkage of multiple cells in the brain and can lead to problems like Alzheimer, dementia, and can even cause death. Too much smoking indirectly leads to neuroinflammation, which can cause an autoimmune disorder called multiple sclerosis. Aside these, smoking also causes lung diseases or heart diseases. A lot of people won't listen, but stop smoking, as it's not good for any aspect of your health. Number 4. Excessive stress. We all know that stress is a part of everyone's life, but when stress goes beyond your capacity and capability to cope, it periodically stops the normal functioning of your brain and make you feel low, sleepless and irritable. If you start feeling any of these emotions too often, then it is time to move away and stop the things that causes you too much stress. Number 5. Working with a poor health. Overworking yourself can cause illness. But if you continue working even while sick, then the brain ability to function is bound to take a dramatic hit. Working with an ill health is a big stress to the brain itself because, when we are ill, the brain and body are already working too hard to cope and deal with the infection. So taking a break is very necessary. Number 6. Taking too much alcohol. The more alcohol you take, the more number of cells die in the brain. Too much alcohol, or always taking alcohol, can cause brain chemical imbalance. And if you do nothing about this bad habit, then your brain is liable of critical damage. Number 7. Taking too much sugary food. High consumption of refined sugar is known to destroy the ability of the brain and body to absorb proteins and nutrients. And we're all guilty of the intake of refined sugar through the foods and beverages we consume daily. Bear in mind that poor nutrition to the brain can lead to brain disorders like poor memory and learning disorders, so reduce your intake of sugar. Number 8. Lack of sleep or bad sleeping habits. Depriving yourself sleep causes the brain to lose the ability to perform normal. If you have ever experienced temporary memory loss, then lack of sleep could be the culprit. Not getting enough sleep can cause certain brain cells to die, and it now becomes hard for you to remember things. Few amount of sleep can also lead to other psychological issues. So make sure to get at least 7 hours of sleep daily. And don't cover your head while you sleep. That one too is unhealthy to the brain. As I said before, avoiding these bad habits can leave you having an excellent healthy working brain. Thanks for watching, and always know you're awesome.